y'all, it's Danielle for Rosetta Vera. Today's haul is a little random. It's primarily Michael stuff, but I had some other things I picked up over the weeks that I figured I would just throw into this haul also. So the first things up I have are these Crayola colored pencils and Crayola colored markers, and also this Crayola crown sharpener. I was in Staples a couple weeks ago and I picked these up to put with some pencils I had put aside for the clubhouse in my building. So if you're looking for crayons and pencils and markers, this is a good time to start shopping for them because they're going to be on sale, all the back to school sale. As a matter of fact, I just ordered some Target brand crayons for like 50 cents because it's that time of year. So if you're looking to stock up on these things, start looking out for the sales now. Eventually I am going to buy the larger packs of pencils and markers for myself, but I just happened to be in the store and I think these were both like $1 and this was like maybe 50 cents, something like that, something crazy. So I just picked it up. I'm keeping the crown sharpener, but the other two are going away. I may swatch them before I put them out and put them on my channel, but these are going to go away. These I'm not keeping. Then I went to my dollar, what's it called again? Junction, I think it's called. In my area, I picked up this embossing tool. I figured I could also use it to put holes in clay as I'm working with clay. I think I bought another one from Dollar Tree. We'll see when we get to that stuff from Dollar Tree. But I picked this up. I also picked up these wax tip jewel setters. These are good for like picking up beads and things like that. So this was only $1.49, so I picked that up. I was in Dollar Junction again, and I picked up these butterfly die cuts. I had an idea to use them in some resin coasters that I'm working on, so these are only $1.49 each. There was another color, but you know, one of the things about being shorter than 5'4" means I can't reach things when they're at the top of shelves, so I may have to go back another day and get those. I think those were teal, so I just got the yellow and the pink. I did go to Dollar Tree and picked up some more squeeze bottles. This was a trip I made a couple weeks ago, and picked up these cake decorating tool set. I figured I could use this on clay. So you have 3 different tools in there. I went back to Dollar Junction. It's a little jump around here, and I picked up some clear tape, box tape, and some baby wipes. When I was working with my resin before, I was using glitter, and the glitter had gotten all over my molds. So I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and they said that these were good ways to clean your silicone molds without ruining them. So you can wipe them out with baby wipes, and then like anything that's lingering, you can use tape to get it off. So these are just some basic baby wipes. I think Equate is a Walmart brand, but that's not where I got them from. You probably get baby wipes for even cheaper than this. There are 88 wipes in here, so that's what I picked up to clean my silicone molds. Next, I'm gonna talk about what I picked up from Michael's this week. So I was browsing on Instagram and I saw one of these boxes. I don't know how well you can see it. It's a 12 by 12 storage case. And I've seen these in Michael's before, and I was like, you know what, sometimes when I'm working on projects, I kind of stop in the middle, or I may have pieces of paper left over. So I said this would be nice to have around, so that as I'm working on some projects, I could just put everything in this box, put it to the side, and not worry about it getting dusty or getting bent or folded, because that does happen. So while I'm working on some of those 12 by 12 kits, I can just put it in here and keep it safe. This was like $4.99, I think. And you know, it's just simple. It opens up. So I picked up one of these from Michaels. So pretty much everything I picked up from Michaels was on some kind of clearance, whether it was summer clearance or just regular clearance. So these were, one second, I think I have another one in here. These were summer fabrics on sale. I think they were 60% off. So I think normal price, yeah, normal price is $8. I think I paid $3 for each of these. I'll put the actual price I paid. You know what, I gotta find the receipt. I think it's in the bottom of the bag. I'll try to put the actual price I paid for these because these are probably still on sale since they're summer. So each of them is a yard of fabric. My thought was that I would try to make them into handkerchiefs. I just have to find some appliques to put on here. But that's kind of the thought I was going from when I looked at these. These are all 100% ring spun cotton. So I picked those up. So I think I mentioned in my Michaels haul a couple of months ago that they were having a lot of clearance sales on yarn. So these were only $2 each, and these are normally $10. So I picked up these 4 colors. I didn't see a lot of them left. These weren't on the regular shelf. They were in a bin with the yarn cakes that were marked off to $5, and I thought they were $5 each, and I just put them, I think I put 3 in my cart, and then I was like, that's enough. And then when I price checked them, they were only 2. I really debated going back to Michaels today to get some more stuff, just going to a different Michaels, but it is 100 degrees today, and yesterday was like 96 and I was dying, so I just said I'll just stay home. I don't need to spend any more money. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these yet. I basically bought another hook just to have a hook to work with them because it's been a while since I've done any crocheting, and I actually got rid of all of my yarn and hooks a while ago. So I had to buy another hook. But I figured for $2, I liked the colors, I liked the fabrication. These are called the Loops and Threads Eco Cozy watercolors, and they're made from recycled plastic. I said, I could play around with these. I could find something to kind of make with these. So that's that. So summer flowers are 70% off, and I found these poppies. There were 4, but one looked really beat up, so I just picked up 3. If you watched my Amazon Prime haul video, I talked about the little house molds that I had bought. My thought when I was buying these was that I was gonna put the flowers in the mold, but these are too big for those molds. But I'm going to save them for something. Right now they might just go in a vase in my room until I'm ready to do something with them. But I thought they were pretty. I thought, sometimes with fake flowers they can look really, really fake, but I thought these looked okay. And I thought I might do some resin crafting with them. So these were, again, 70% off. So I paid like $1.80 for each stem, which has like 3 flowers on it. So I thought that was pretty good. Still staying in that resin frame of mine. I don't know when Michaels had this collection out of Evil Ted items or cosplay items. I don't remember seeing them in Michaels before. I saw these online when I was going to place an order. And then I saw them in this Michaels that I went to yesterday. It was the first time I had been in that Michaels. These were only $1 each. These were the only molds they had left. I think they had one more, but it was like skeletons, and I wasn't really interested in that. So I picked these up. These are supposed to be used to make gears if you were doing cosplay stuff. My daughter and I were talking about it. We were just wondering, like, what would you use in this? Would you use clay? Would you use resin? Only because a lot of cosplay outfits, you know, they need to be lightweight. So we wonder what kind of material you were using them. I'm going to use them for resin. I have some ideas of how I want to use them. I mean, I'm thinking about using them to make pendants or magnets. So I picked up these 3. There weren't, like I said, there weren't a lot left. There were some other things from the collection, like flexible acrylic paint available, and foam dowels. And all of it was on clearance. So if you're into cosplay and doing things like that, you might want to pick them up. Even if you're not into cosplay, if you make your kids costumes, you might want to pick some items up. I definitely, you know, could have used this when I was making my daughter's storm costume when she's like 6 or 7. I definitely could have used some flexible acrylic paint. Next, I found this alcohol dye set in the clearance section. This is normally $25. I got it for $5. There are 12 bottles of alcohol dye. You know, I've heard different things about using alcohol dye and resin. I heard that eventually it fades really bad. But you can also use alcohol dye in other crafts like card making. I have some alcohol ink for different things. So I figured I would just pick this up since it was only $5, and I'll figure out what I'll do with it later. I think there's a nice selection of colors here. Yeah, so it says mix alcohol ink with resin. So, I mean, that's the thought of what you'll be using this for. So the colors are onyx white, silver, gold, amethyst, rose, ruby, amber, citrine, seafoam, turquoise, and sapphire. So this will go on my resin supplies for now. I'll play with it and see how it works out. Next, I got these 2 mason jars. Again, this is part of the summer clearance. I'm like, why are we doing summer clearance and it's July? I mean, summer's not over yet. I mean, I started seeing some Halloween stuff mixed in with the back to school. It's July. Like, give it time. We got time. These were 70% off, so they were like $1 and change each. Were they even $1 and change? Yeah, $1.20. I have an idea of how I want to use these. They're just basic mason jars, nothing special. But I have an idea how I want to use these. If I get time to get that project together, I'll post about it. But there was a pink jar also, but I didn't know if it was summer, and the paint on the inside was scratched, so I didn't pick it up. So I just got these 2 colors. So next, I just got a bunch of assorted jump rings that were on clearance. So these were all $2 each. So there's some earring hooks, there's jump rings. I tried to get a little bit in every color they had. So with the jump rings, we have, you know, bronze, we have the antiqued look, we have gold, we have silver. With the earring hooks, I didn't see any with the antique, so I just got the gold, silver, and the, not bronze, copper. I just got those. These were all $2 each. So I think these should hold me for a while. Like, the assorted jump rings have over 100 pieces in them. Yeah, I mean, the earring hooks, I just realized that one was 30. I do have some earring hooks already. So these were just me picking up some more. These are all nickel free, which is good because I'm actually allergic to a lot of different metals, so I can't wear every kind of jewelry. But these should hold me for a while. I mean, I'm not a jewelry maker. I still have jump rings from like 10 years ago. I don't make jewelry that often, but they were on clearance, so I figured it'd be good to pick them up. Again, thinking about resin products I wanted to do, I picked up some Reindeer Moss. These were also on summer clearance, so these were also 70% off. So I picked up, sorry for all the crinkles, I picked up these 4 shades that got opened on its way home. So I figured there's some stuff to mess with. I don't use moss often, but it never fails. I don't have it when I'm ready to do a project. I buy a whole bunch of it and then it sits for a long time, and then I use it randomly on something and then I need it again. So I just figured I'll just get all 4 bags. They were 70% off. They barely cost me anything. So these were like $1.80 each. So that's that. Okay, rounding out my items from Michael's. I picked up this seascape mold from the clearance section. This is for polymer clay. So this is a sculpey mold. This one can go in the oven. So, you know, I have different seascapes. It's normally $10. I got it for $5. Thought that was a good deal. So that's that. Like I said, I picked up a crochet hook because I didn't have any. This is a size N. I don't normally work with hooks this large, but this is what that yarn calls for. I'm usually like a FGH hook kind of person, so we'll see how this goes. I mean, I do get bored when my crochet projects take too long, so maybe having this big hook will make things move along. So that's that. And then finally, this was like, I think probably the second to best deal I got of the day. I think the alcohol ink was the best deal because that was $25 marked down to $5. But I got these Prismacolor color pencils. These were normally $23 and I got them for $10. Almost forgot them, but got these for $10. If you've been in Michael's, they lock up certain things. So, you know, I asked the young lady, could I have the pencils? She was like, oh, I'll keep them at the desk for you. And I was like, I'm gonna forget them. She was like, no, you won't forget. And sure enough, I was about to walk out of the store when I remembered that I hadn't purchased these and had to get back online. So I don't think I've had Prismacolors in a very long time. So I'll be looking forward to playing with these a little bit. This, I don't know if this was the only collection that was on sale. This is the Botanical Garden set. The sale sign was only in front of this, even though there were other sets next to it. But there could have been other sets on sale. If the sale is still going on, I would say just ask the salesperson in your Michael's. This is applied to all of the 12 pencil sets. I'll definitely do a video on these. I can see right now there are no color names, they're just color numbers. Yeah, that's everything I got from Michael's. And then I have a couple things I picked up from Dollar Tree, so let me do that. The first thing I got here is a roller cutter. I don't know how sharp it's gonna be, but we're gonna play with that. Then I got this icing comb set. I figured I could use it in clay. Here's another embossing tool, like I mentioned earlier. I got some Nitro Gloves for working with resin. I got this ball of Chenille Yarn. I picked up a couple of these from Dollar Tree a couple months back, so I decided to get this ball. I mean, it's $1.25. I'll find something to do with it. And you know what? I think that may be it. I mentioned in my last sticky videos, my last couple of sticky videos, that I had a new mat because I ruined my mat with resin. I'll put information on this mat. I also picked up some silicone mats. I don't see them near me right now, but I'll stick a picture in with those, because you need those if you're going to play with resin. And they're also nice to have if you do things like painting and clay also, because easy to clean up. I used to have a art mat, but I gave it to my daughter a while back and just never replaced it. I do think that's everything. Random hauls are harder to keep track of because that's usually, you know, I'm on my way home, or, you know, I'm in a store and I see something. So I don't usually keep track of those as well, but since I had a bunch of things to talk about from Michaels, I just kind of put it all together. So I think that's it. I hope, you know, you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.